We are in the pH lab. In this lab, you need to understand what's the pH and what's the buffer, what's the function of the buffer. In this lab, we have two experiments. The first experiment is to measure the pH value. We give you different solutions, distilled water and soda, vinegar, and bleach. You measure the pH. The water, when it dissociates, it will create the H plus and OH. It creates equal amount of each one. So it's a neutral solution. And in the class you learned the neutral solution pH equals to 7. But if the molecule, they dissociate, they create more H plus than OH. It turns out this is acidic. So more H plus, more hydrogen ion, more acidic the solution is. Like hydrochloric acid is a very acidic solution. And for the base, they create OH. So the more OH and the more basic the solution is. To measure how acidic the solution is, we use the pH scale. And that's how we calculate the pH scale. It's a negative log of the concentration of hydrogen. It's a log scale, so it's based on 10. It's not based on 2. And the scale gives you the number between 0 to 14. So like water, the pH equal to 7. That's a neutral solution. And because it's a negative, so the number, after you do the calculation, if the number is smaller, it's actually more H plus, it's more acidic. And if the number is bigger than 7, it's more basic. And because it's a log scale, every time you change the number by 1, it's actually 10 times. If I give you two solutions, solution A, vinegar, pH equal to 3, solution B, tomato juice, pH equal to 4, and I ask you which one is more acidic, yes, smaller the one is more acidic, vinegar is more acidic. But if I ask you how many times more H plus in vinegar than tomato juice, and the answer is not 1, the answer is 10, because every time you change one scale, it's 10. The same if I give you two solutions, hydrochloric acid, pH equals to 1, vinegar, pH equal to 3. I ask you which one is more acidic. Hydrochloric acid is more acidic. But if I ask you how many times more H plus you have in hydrochloric acid compared with vinegar, so from 1 to 3, the number is 2. So it's 10 multiplies 10. It's 100 times more H plus in hydrochloric acid than vinegar. It's a log scale. So every time you change 1, it's a 10-fold. So when we do the experiment, we measure the pH of distilled water is supposed to be 3. Carbonic acid, soda, it's acidic, it's around 3. Vinegar around 3 to 4, so they are all acidic solution. Bleach is the basic solution, so the pH is bigger than 7. It's around 9 to 10. That's a bleach. The second experiment, we need to understand what's buffer and what's their function. So we prepare the hydrochloric acid, put into the distilled water, and put into buffer. See what happens to the pH scale. So the buffer is the solution. Its job is to minimize the change of pH. So in your body, your blood is a buffer. It helps you to maintain your body pH. If we add hydrochloric acid into a non-buffer solution, hydrochloric acid will dissociate. It produces H plus. So if you add 3 molecules, you can have 3 H plus, and the solution becomes acidic. And what's buffer? Buffer, you will try to maintain the pH. When you add 3 HCl into the solution, it's supposed to produce 3 H plus, but 2 of them been taken away by buffer. So you only have 1 H plus left. So the solution won't be so acidic compared with non-buffer. And this buffer's function, it helps you to maintain pH. The same when you add OH it still be able to take the OH away. So the buffer helps you to maintain pH. And based on this, when we do the experiment, we start to add 10 drops of hydrochloric acid into the distilled water, which is a non-buffer, and into the buffer solution. We found the non-buffer one, the pH quickly drop. And the non-buffer and the buffer one, the pH will be maintained very stable around 7. So that's the function of buffer. And here we have some general question for you to practice, like a high pH indicate the solution is, so you know a higher pH is more basic, and a lower pH the solution is more acidic. And if the pH increase, yes, more alkaline. So the bigger the number, more basic. And the lower pH is a higher concentration of H+. Okay, so this is based on the pH scale. So pH 2 and pH 4, if I ask you which one is more acidic, pH 2 is more acidic. And more acidic means they have more hydrogen ions. But if I ask you how many times compare with pH 2 solution with pH 4 solutions, I leave you the blank. I ask you calculate the number. So you know between 2 and 4 is 2. And 2 is 10 multiplied by 10. So it's actually 100 hydrogens, 100 times more hydrogen than a solution equal to 4. So pH is a log scale.